guys, and we're back with this podcast. So for our first episode back, I'm here with Seven, and he is joining us on the topic about does age matter on YouTube?
Yes, I am. Hello, my name's Mr. Seven, and I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Of course. Okay, if you're like him, make sure there's a link in the description to go check him out. So the first question I'm gonna ask you is, does age matter? Like, just straight off the bat, yes or no?
No, it does not.
No? Okay, so at what age do you think would be the best for YouTube? Like, if you feel like if you should give an age restriction, what age do you think should be the best at?
You know, for YouTube, I think it really depends on what you're planning on doing on YouTube. Like, whenever I was young, I started making little skits and stuff like that with my friends. Most popular today, where the kids are, I feel like they're most likely going to be going into gaming. And I think that most people don't appreciate little kids in gaming, but if you're going to go into that, I mean, if I were to have to give a number, I'd probably say like 13 or 14.
13, okay. So, how do you feel about other people caring about age requirements on YouTube? Like, how old you should be when you actually start? How do you feel about other people feeling that way?
Honestly, there's always going to be those people that, you know, try to limit you to when you can't do stuff. So, I mean, those people, you just kind of have to deal with them. I don't feel like you should take their advice necessarily like word for word. But I mean, sometimes they could know what they're talking about. But I mean, I think it's always just, you know, the best to do what you want to do.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I believe age does not matter whatsoever. And I also feel that some people are a little harsher to the younger kids. Because to me, I don't know, let me know if you agree with me or not, but I feel like the kids who start out young are the kids who are going to be the most successful.
No, yeah. See, like, the kids, they're kids, they have more energy than I do. They have more energy than, like, anybody. So, I mean, they have no problem, like, whatsoever making, you know, entertainment and having fun in front of a camera. So, I mean, if they can get that down at an early age, then they're going to be, like, a boss whenever they're older.
No, I definitely agree with you, because I feel like as soon as they start and they learn how to deal with the hate early, and they learn how to, oh, this is how you make videos, this is how you do this, by the time they're like my age, they're gonna be like killing it in the YouTube community, and they're gonna start as so young, so they're gonna build such a good fan base along the way, and you're gonna see their development from, let's say they start at 10 years old to the time they're 16. There's just gonna be a huge jump from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what age did you start YouTube?
I started YouTube at about, like, whenever I first entered gaming. Whenever I first decided that I was actually going to, you know, make a channel and stick with it and all that kind of stuff, I was probably about 14 years old.
14 when you did gaming?
Yeah.
When I have two channels. I have a main channel where I do like vlogs and whatnot and challenges. I started that channel 3 years ago, which would make me 12, almost 13. And then I started the gaming channel just recently, like 6 months ago. And then when I had like an old channel, like way back then, like 2009, 2010, where I just did random stuff with like random like kiddie video games, like dress up game things, like, you know, those dress up doll games.
Yeah,
I used to do those, like, because I used to have fun doing that, and I used to do like all these weird like skit things with me and my brother, or just myself, and make like a one-man skit. And from the point of that time, I felt like I've just grown so much, and I feel like it gets better if you start young, and you just learn how to deal with things and how to be a better YouTuber in general.
Yeah, I'm glad that I started early. Like, I feel like if I hadn't have started early, I wouldn't know as much about YouTube as I would now. And, you know, it's been a little difficult, like, overcoming a lot of these things, because, you know, whenever I've had to adapt to what YouTube's doing at the same time, because whenever I first started, you know, machinima is still the big thing, you know, all the quick scoping, you know, all that Modern Warfare 2 is like blowing up, and
definitely.
And so, and then, a lot of people are saying that YouTube's like kind of dying right now, but I mean, I'm just glad that I got in around that time because it gave me like I knew what I was supposed to be doing because I had a bunch of other people to like look up to then. Now everyone was kind of doing the same thing, but now it's kind of like different.
Yeah, I agree. Like when I started, like the old YouTube layout was still around when I first started YouTube. Like that old layout where you can edit your background and all that stuff. I was there when that was there, and then I was there when it just completely turned around and like Google took over YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
So I have a quick a question before we end. We have about like 3 minutes here. Do you think, now this is kind of backing off of age, but do you think maturity matters on YouTube with whatever age you're at?
No. I mean, honestly, there are people on YouTube that are older than me and like they're probably not as mature. But I mean, there's a community for everyone. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. So you feel like, do you think there should be some sense of maturity? Like you should, like, not that there should be like everyone should be mature, but there should be like some sense of maturity when you start it?
Well, I mean, it's a question that I don't think I could just answer, but I mean, personally, I don't think you would need that much. I mean, YouTube is just kind of a place to upload like how you feel, and I mean, if you feel like a complete kid, then go for it.
Yeah, I agree. I just think it depends on what you're actually doing. Like if you're doing something like reviews for like gaming products or anything in general, like any product or anything, I feel like you should have a little more maturity to yourself because you want to present this well and you want to give people correct and good information. If you're like joking around when you're trying to give like good information out, some people I don't think will really believe you. Like if I'm trying to get a new microphone and I'm thinking, hey, okay, let me look up this video and this kid is like goofing around or like not really giving me serious things, I'm gonna be like, okay, next person, let me see what I could do. So I feel like depending on what you're doing, I feel like you should have maturity somewhat out there.
Yeah, I probably should have said that, but
so as a very last question, what is any advice, since we both started young, what is any advice that you could give to someone who's just starting out, like at the youngest possible age they could possibly can?
Don't, like, whatever you do, if you do anything, do not think it's okay to just kind of download things and use them in your videos because I'm still dealing with this right now. Matter of fact, my last video that I uploaded, I have a copyright strike on it right now, and I'm still dealing with that. But and honestly, I don't know why, because it said it was royalty free, but I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah. Back then, I mean, I was using like music, and it's just like, no, yeah, I totally have permission to use this because I bought it on iTunes. I was thinking that way.
Yeah.
And then I was it was the montage era, so I'm using like Skrillex music videos and all this stuff, and
yeah, I
actually had my first channel like it got all 3 strikes and it's gone.
Well, that's great because like I used to do that all the time as well because I used to make little music videos and I'd use like the actual video, like like I'd get like a downloader thing and I put the actual video on there, and I'm just like back then it wasn't as bad to do it. Like YouTube sometimes will like let you go, like whatever, okay. But now it's like they're really strict about it. I'm just like, okay, gotta be careful what I post and don't want to get strikes, Like I can't imagine getting my YouTube account deleted. Like that would kill my soul.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. So thank you so much for being on the podcast, in the very first podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. So guys, make sure you leave your opinions down in the comment section down below. And make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up to show support that you're going to enjoy this series and you're going to continue watching and that I should continue making them. So make sure you go check out Seven down in the description down below. Subscribe to his channel because he does make awesome content. He's also on my sidebar or my sub box. So
Thank you.
Anyways, guys, I hope you had a wonderful, fantastic day, and peace out.